And if you think about it, what this week has shown us is that we really wouldn't survive in European countries. But the long and short of it is that having an in-office job this week sucks. Having flu this week sucks. And adulting in general this week sucks. But you still need to do your tax return. So let's get into how you're going to claim your travel expenses. So let's talk about the minimum requirements for you to be able to make a travel claim. The first one is that you need to have a logbook. And if you used more than one car during the tax year, it means you need a logbook for each car. Second thing is that your employer needs to have reimbursed your travel at a rate that is higher than the non-taxable rate for you to qualify for a tax deduction. So if the rate used was 476 or less, then you do not qualify, as that is non-taxable. Now let's get into the actual methods of calculating your travel claim. So there's two methods at the moment that you can use. The first one is actual costs, and then the second one is deemed costs. Now the differences between these two is that the actual costs one is where you claim based on exactly what you spent. And then the deemed cost one is basically based on a scale or a table that SARS has, where they estimate the costs based on your car's purchase price and the type of car that you drive. In this video, I'm going to be covering the actual cost method. So the first step is completing your logbook. Now this is assuming that you haven't already done it. So you can actually do your own logbook. I usually do mine on an Excel sheet, or you can download the template on the SARS website. They also have a template for this. But there's four main things that should be on your logbook for it to be acceptable. The first is the kilometers at the start of the tax year and at the end of the tax year. Now, if you didn't already capture this at the start of the tax year and at the end of the tax year, what I usually do is that I will estimate based on my service book and calculate the kilometers based on my usage of the vehicle up until the point at which I'm doing the logbook. Another thing that you need to add is the date of travel for every time that you traveled. And the last thing is your travel details. This will just be the starting point and then your destination point, as well as the reason for traveling. This is what my logbook looked like the last time that I claimed for travel. My reimbursement rate was R5.81, so I did qualify to claim, as that was higher than the non-taxable rate at that point in time. Now let's go on to the SARS e-filing system. On the form wizard, what you're looking for is this phrase, and then you will mark with an X, and then also add the number of vehicles that you used in the tax year. After that, you're going to find the deductions, and then you're going to find the travel claim under the deductions, and then you're going to add the details of your car. After that, you're going to add then the kilometers, the starting kilometers, the closing kilometers, as well as the business kilometers that you traveled. And then you're also going to add the other expenses as well, such as your insurance, your fuel, maintenance and repairs, and the like. Now, just remember that for the actual cost method, you need to keep the evidence for these expenses. So if you're going to claim for your insurance costs, you need to actually have the evidence for how much you paid for insurance, similar for your fuel, and also the same for any other thing. For me, I had to pay for access for windscreen damage. So I had to keep the invoice, and I also had to keep the proof of payment. I also then had to also keep evidence that of what my insurance was charging me, and actually the payments that I made to the insurance as well. But with the other method, which is the deemed costs, you don't need this type of evidence to be able to claim, since it's all based on a formula. Now that you're sorted on your travel claim, check out this video to help you with your home office expenses if you work from home, and this video to help you with your rental declaration if you are a landlord.